but the Utah Pride Parade and 3-day festival is one that grows bolder and brighter each year, as you can see from behind me. On this week's episode of Capital City News, we'll hear from Molly Robinson, Salt Lake City's Planning Division Manager, about the Summer Planning Series. And our History Minute is about the Carnival of Souls, a B-horror film shot at the Great Salt Tear. Let's get started with our legislative update and look back. At its May 28th meeting, the City Council discussed the Mayor's proposed city budget for fiscal year 2019 to 2020. The Council heard from the city's Department of Public Services, the Salt Lake City Fire Department, the 911 Bureau, and more. The second of two public hearings to accept feedback on the budget will be held on June 4th. The Council is expected to adopt the city budget in mid-June. To learn more, visit slc.gov/council. Mayor Biskupski, alongside the Utah Pride Center, kicked off Pride Week in Salt Lake City with an official proclamation reading and raising of the Pride flag at City Hall. Now in its 44th year, the Utah Pride Festival continues to promote unity and inclusion for all. This year's event honored the 50th anniversary of the Stonewall riots in New York City with the theme of Exist, Resist, and Persist. The event attracts more than 50,000 people to downtown Salt Lake City and continues to grow each year. Spring season is winding down and summer is fast approaching. Acquaint yourself with Salt Lake City's new online public utilities management tool. Overwatering can get costly. Accurately track and manage your water usage today and how much you spend. To learn more, visit slc.gov/utilities.
Hi, I'm Charlie Luke, Chair of the Salt Lake City Council and the District 6 representative. Did you know that residents can help shape our city by giving input on the city budget? From now until mid-June, we'll discuss and fine-tune the mayor's proposed budget for the upcoming fiscal year. We want to hear from you. How do you want your tax dollars spent? What are your priorities? What is the city doing well? Where do you want to see improvement? Let us know. Attend one of the upcoming budget hearings. You can send us an email, comment on social media, or just give us a call. You can learn more about the budget at slccouncil.com. It's your city, it's your business.
Get acquainted with the unique neighborhoods that make Salt Lake City home to over 200,000 people and help provide input. Molly Robinson, Salt Lake City's Planning Division Manager, talks about the Summer Planning Series and the free neighborhood walking tours.
So the Summer Planning Series is an opportunity for the public to get to know what it is that we do in the Planning Division. From understanding some of the tools that we have at our disposal, from historic preservation guidelines to zoning, to understanding a little bit about some of the projects that we're working on, like zoning text amendments. It sounds super boring and super technical, but these are the kind of framework elements of how we build and grow our city. And some of the things, once in a while I like to tell people that planning is the profession that you've probably never heard of or never really interacted with, but it's something that impacts your day-to-day life in terms of how far the grocery store is to your house, how dense your neighborhood is, where the business district is, what it looks like, from building materials to building height, to how those buildings frame public space. So it's an opportunity to learn about some of the tools that we have and what we're doing in the planning division, and hopefully how what we're doing is contributing to the larger success of the city. And understanding Salt Lake City as a great place to live, a great place to locate your business. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, we can explain what we do really well in a blog post or in a meeting or through a panel discussion. But a walking tour gets people out on the street and gets us looking at exactly what it is that we're talking about. And we can say, when we're talking about a 3-story building, this is what we mean. When we're talking about, buildings in the downtown, and we're talking about 25-story buildings, or we're talking about how that building is designed with a base, a middle, and a top, we can point to those things, and it's very clear when you're standing on the sidewalk what it is that we're talking about. This is an opportunity for residents, business owners, employees, anyone who's interested in learning a little bit more about their neighborhood, about their city, how we're growing and changing, the ways that we're kind of building the framework for how that growth and change happens. We've had participants not just from Salt Lake City or from the neighborhood where some of our tours have been located, but we've had participants from kind of all over the Wasatch Front, from Ogden to West Valley. So it's great that all these people want to come out. They are walking tours. We are working on trying to get some amplification. So if we do have a big group, everyone can hear. But we ask for an RSVP so that we can anticipate how many people are going to be there, how many staff we're going to need to talk about the different things we're going to see along the way, and perhaps be able to kind of be flexible in how we actually execute that tour. Come on down, join one of these tours. Please sign up. It's a great opportunity to get to know what's happening in Salt Lake City. To learn more about our walking tours, visit slc.gov/planning.
Next up is our History Minute about the Carnival of Souls, a B-horror film.
In the early 1960s, Herc Harvey was an industrial and educational filmmaker working out of Lawrence, Kansas. On his way home to Kansas from a shoot in California, Henry drove by the abandoned remains of the old Saltaire Pavilion and inspiration struck. He'd been watching other filmmakers, including Robert Altman, doing well by making feature films on the side, and he thought the skeleton of Saltaire would make an incredible movie set piece. He hired a coworker to write a script, and he went about raising money for a film called Carnival of Souls. Henry took 3 weeks off of work and shot the film in Lawrence, Kansas and in Salt Lake City, casting himself in the part of one of the chief ghouls in this B-horror movie. The film follows a young woman who survives a car accident. After she recovers, she's offered a job as a church organist in Salt Lake City, but ghouls are following her. She's drawn to the dance floor at the old Saltaire in this haunting film. Saltaire wasn't the only Salt Lake location that was featured in the film. The main character, played by Candace Hilligoss, goes shopping inside the old ZCMI, which filmmakers secured permission for by bribing the head salesperson $25. Hilligoss's character even takes a walk on State Street in full view of the Capitol, and took a stroll through the grounds of the City and County building. The film didn't do much business when it was initially released in 1962, but years of late-night reruns owing to the film's place in the public domain made it a cult hit eventually. The Criterion Collection released a remastered version, and today, it's regarded as a masterpiece of B-horror. Herc Harvey, on the other hand, never made a film again.
Thanks for watching this episode of Capital City News. Join us next time to stay up to date on the latest and greatest. Happy Pride Month.